What else was going on?
There was a couple of things. One was the music thing, which you guys are kind of talking about.
What was it?
There was an interview, I believe, from Complex with Central C, and they asked him whether Central C, whether he could have pushed himself more in his debut album. He said, yeah, but I purposely didn't. I found the beats on my phone. I never did one session with a producer. I didn't feel the need to do anything more because people liked what they'd heard. So the question is, are we letting artists get away with releasing the bare minimum? Are we afraid to criticise?
The thing that I don't understand about that, let's say that's what he done, whether it's true or not, I don't know, but let's say that's what he did. If he's good enough to do that, that's the argument as well. Like, if that's how that was his process and it's working, I mean, like, who am I to say anything?
I think that I actually thought the album was good.
It was.
I thought it was good. I thought for him, I actually thought it was. Actually, no. Let me not even say for him. I actually thought the album was good. I felt like he had those moments where he was talking his shit. He also had a couple of those moments where he was talking to his ex-gal. I could hear that in there. And I also just, he had a couple of records on there where he was trying to have like just those big moments, and he did kind of have them. But I hear two things. When you say that to me, I hear two things. I hear one thing which is really fair, which is, you know what? I've got a style and it works. So what I'm not going to do is, now that I'm having all of this success with this Doja Cat thing, you're not going to now just start putting me in bare studios in LA and here, there, whatever, and take me out of my environment and make me make something that I wouldn't usually make. I'm just going to just stick to this part of where I'm from, where I'm at, and stick with this for a little while, because this is me and it works and I hear it. The other thing that I do hear is there was so much success in and around that project, that there was probably a lot on the line, and I can see how somebody could be quite not scared, but like the pressure is huge to deliver. So, you know what? Because the pressure is so big, I'm just going to take tunes off my phone. I'm just going to take a couple of songs and I'm just going to just do what I'm doing. And obviously, if it pops, it pops. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's like a safety mechanism. Do you get what I'm saying? No. It's like, you know what, if it didn't do that well, I just took the beats off my phone and I just did my...
So you're saying the information is like, if it...
It says two things to me.
Okay, cool.
It says two things.
But I personally also think that his standard is different now. So what he deems easy might still be a lot for another artist, is what I'm saying.
Facts.
So if he's dropped this and it's worked for him, then for him, he can get away with saying that. But don't use that as someone else can't use that as the same excuse and it's not working for them, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. No,
Do you know what I mean?
I'm with you on that. I mean, look, Mimi was the one who I saw this on Mimi's page. She had already...
But shout out to Mimi. I'm going to get her on the couch.
Big shout.
I don't really like...
She's talking stuff.
I didn't really like the way she was trying to paint my girl as a clout chaser, but still...
Hey, this is why you're my guy. I said the same thing to her. I said, hold on a second. Like, I'm watching this video and I don't know if you're saying a good thing or a bad thing. I don't get it. Like,
we'll get to that in a bit.
But she wrote something called "Why I Won't Lie About Central C's album, even when it triggers people." And she wrote this in September this month, end of September this month. And there was a bit where it was like, debut albums matter. Do you want me to read it or kind of summarize it?
Go on, give me a bit of it.
She criticizes Central C a lot because of what he has given in the past, i.e. Wild West. And for me, Wild West is one of the coldest mixtapes ever made, right? In the UK, for me personally.
Yeah.
And
made? Oh, okay.
Bro. Well,
he didn't hear you probably.
Yeah, he didn't hear me. But when I play that, I'll play it after this. And I think it's a non-skippable.
No, I'm gonna listen to it.
It's a non-skippable mixtape. But she's right. I kind of agree her to an extent. Like, if that's what you gave us, and then CRG is what you gave us, in comparison, I don't think it lives up to what you've given us before.
All right, but who said it's a comparison? Maybe
no. It's obviously, but she wrote. So for example, she says debut albums are so important. They're supposed to be statements. They're supposed to capture a moment in time and showcase everything an artist has been building toward. Think about classic debut albums in rap projects in the scene: Home Sweet Home, Boy in the Corner, Common Sense, GSAP by Stormzy, Psychodrama by Dave.
I think this is a bit unfair, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, is he there though? Is he with them? I would put them up there. I would put Central C up there.
As an artist wise?
Yes.
Go on.
Listening to Central C's album again, he sounds burnt out. I think that's harsh, but he sounds burnt out. There are songs that turn my head. Don't Know Anymore, Limitless, Must Be. These tracks show glimpses of what could have been, moments of vulnerability and introspection that I wanted more of. But this is supposed to be a big moment, and he sounds burnt out. He doesn't sound inspired, and you can hear it in the delivery of the song selection and the overall energy of the project. But it gets like that, I understand. The machine doesn't stop for anyone. But she said this in response to the actual comments. So this was the interview that's was interviewed from Complex.
Oh, his comments.
So that's what he said. I purposely didn't do more. I found the beats on my phone. I didn't do a session with a producer. I didn't feel the need to do anything more because people liked what they heard.
Okay, do you know what? Now what I'm going to do is, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to defend that.
Right.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to defend, because I could easily not defend it, because I could have just lent more into that, the point I was making,
Yeah.
I understand, when I think about it, I understand why he would think this way. Because if it just got, I'll just expand on the point even more, yeah? This is the mistake that some people do make at certain points in time, yeah? At certain points in time, when they have a certain level of success and the machine, or just the bigger team gets involved, now people start feeling as though you've got to work with this hot producer. This is the guy right now, work with this person. This is the rapper right now, work with this person. This is the studio, go to LA, go to this place. These are all the places that he could have went to. There's so many people that he could have collaborated with, especially with having the Doja Cat moment and all of that. Literally, the world was in his hand to basically work with damn near Taylor Swift, if he wanted to, and have a flipping big moment and go off and do that, and then still have a Skepta record and whatever else, yeah. But this is only if he thinks this way. This is only if he thinks this way. I think it takes some balls to say, fuck that. I ain't doing that.
Yeah, and who's
that? Do you know what it is, yeah? No. Forget about that. Forget about all of that. Everything that I've been doing up to this point, you lot have been vibing with. So I know this formula. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to do a couple collabs in that. Yeah. Obviously, I'm going to have the GOAT, Skepta, one of the greatest ever. Yeah. I'm going to have Little Baby on there because I've listened to him. I actually listened to him. And Dirk. I listened to them, man. And I'm just going to vibe out. And then, you know what? We'll get to the next project when we get to the next project. But right now, I'm not overthinking this. And I think that sometimes I'm guilty of this. I am so guilty of this, yeah? Sometimes when people put projects out, we as fans over geek it. We over geek it. Like we want this producer, we want this person to mix it. You know what I'm saying? We need it's like, yo man, here's a young you who's just like, I found a formula, fuck that, but I just want to do a couple of tunes, talk about my ex-gal a little bit. Yeah.
By the way, can I just say,
and just go outside and buy a chain.
Come on, man. Can I use this moment?
Not everyone needs to be Dave.
Hey, Dave is cold.
Coldest.
But that, do you know what? Let's get into this. Sorry, I know I'm going to let you go in a second, yeah. But not to just divert to Dave. When Dave comes out, this is going to happen. Everyone's going to over geek this thing.
Yeah.
They're going to over geek it. And so every line is going to be dissected in a certain way. Everything is going to be critiqued in a certain way. And it is not going to be what everyone is thinking it's going to be.
For what it is.
But I still think that even if this project, even if Dave is at his lowest frequency, even if he's at his lowest frequency in this project, but I haven't heard it yet. Usually I do hear them kind of early still because of the connect, but I ain't heard it yet. Even if he is at his lowest frequency, I still think that there's nobody chatting to him right now.
Listen, Dave is special.
Sorry.
See, I had bare rebuttals. I got to remember now.
Sorry, bro.
So in regards to Dave is very, very special. And if these men have figured out a formula that works for them, or they're trying a thing, listen, I'm happy to sit back and let you try a thing. We just gave an example with Kano. Kano tried a thing. He's been trying things. Like Kano hasn't done this thing like he's taken our support for granted, and I respect that. So if Dave decides this is the album I'm giving you, I'm going to respect that first. Yeah. And then put myself in the mind frame where I can take in the album properly and understand what he's saying. That could take 2 days. I'm lying. That takes time. So you're like, oh, the project. I'm like, relax. Yeah. Calm down. This is his version of whatever's going on right now. Wait, give it time. Yeah. That's all I asked for Dave. Literally. Same with Sench. Yeah. And I think YB's has something to say. He's probably looked at the game and said, "Big man, you do your thing, man. It's gonna be a little." But like, I'm here.
It's the question I have for you, and I'll give an analogy. If a football player gives you support Liverpool, right? Mm-hmm. If Salah gives you 20 and 20, and he's giving you basically 15 and 15 or 20 and 20 for the last 4 seasons, right? If he gives you a season of 5 and 10 or 10 and 3. Right, goals and assists. Right,
10 and 3.
If he gives you 10 and 3 or 10 and 5, whatever it is.
What 10 goals, 5 assists? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
right?
yeah.
10 goals, 5 assists in a season.
Yeah.
You'll look at that and you'll be like, alright, cool. He gave us 10 goals, 5 assists. That's good, but I know you can do better. Maybe it's different because he's older and he's on a decline, right? But let's say he's not on a decline and he's at his ascendancy, and he gives you 10 and 5. You look at that and you say, I know you can do better. I'm okay with what you've given me. You've helped the team. I'm grateful for that. But I know you can do better. So are we in our right basically states to say
to ask for more from him.
Yeah, to call them out and be like, I know you can do better because I've heard you do better and I've seen you do better. So will you do better? And hearing this statement saying that, like, yeah, I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't do it. Imagine Salah said, yeah, I only gave you 10 and 5.
Okay, because you're a fan of Central C, does that feel like a slap in the face?
Good question.
A little bit.
Because a little bit, yeah. Wait, because you was already questioning the album.
What do you mean?
Are you saying the album?
Did you like the album or did you not like it?
I like the album, but it doesn't have the replay value that a debut album I feel like should.
Okay, and he's now confirmed that.
And yeah, and
you feel upset.
And I feel like wow, cool. Like right. if you like you said, if you look at those examples, Psychodrama, we were listening to that last week.
Yeah.
Home Sweet Home, I was listening to that yesterday.
But that's what I was saying about
Common Sense. I anytime.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying about in regards to.
I've got a rebuttal. I agree, but do you know what those things have had the benefit of?
Time.
Sure. It's hard to say. Oh well, do you know what? I listen to Home Sweet Home still, but I don't listen to. It's like, hold on. When I came in here today and we played Made in the Manor, I hadn't played Made in the Manor for time. Fair. But you see, when we came in and we was listening to Garage Skank and I was going absolutely crazy, I'm like, hold on a minute. I'm looking back at this and I'm like, this. I did admittedly at the time when the album came out thought that this album was cold.
Right.
And I did scream and shout that I think that this could potentially be a classic. But as time's gone on, I've come in here and I'm like, no, this thing is absolutely flawless. It is absolutely incredible. Especially when you look at the times of which we are in. Now, who's to say that in the same period of time, I don't come in here and say, do you know what? This was kind of crazy, you know.
What was the album
called? But I might not, though.
CRG.
Yeah. I might not do that.
What was the album called?
Can't Rush Greatness.
He's even telling you, man, relax.
No, but I'm saying, is it? The
He's telling you take the time.
I've given my opinion, but I'm asking the question.
No, it's fair. It's definitely fair.
I'm asking the question. Is it?
But this is my point.
I definitely get where that's coming from, but go on.
And I was gonna say that the reason why I keep saying it, is that I get this sounds cheeky because at the end of the day, you still see him outside, and it just looks like he's just partying and he's just living life, and it's like, you could dedicate more time to your craft. Not like you ain't got the time. You could. Do you know what I'm saying? Because now what fans to your degree will now do is question when he says he ain't got time.
Yeah, but that, I think he might say that that's unfair. He might say,
wouldn't
big
think-
man, like I hardly see my family. Because
No, I
I'm
know, but what
outside.
I'm saying is people are going to react a certain way. So you're valid the same way it's valid for someone to just be like, no, I'm listening to the album. It is what it is.
Yeah, no, it's a good album. I don't think it's a bad album, but to see this and to know that it could have been 3 levels more, it's like, brother, I wish you gave me.
Here's my argument. Here's my argument. He could have given more and it could have been shit.
I don't
Do you know
think
what it is?
so.
Do you know what? No, wait.
has he
No,
been
do you know
about
what?
for
Do you know what it is? No, here's why. Yeah, he could have really said, you know what? I'm gonna fucking give it some. I'm gonna give it some. Yeah, and then made a whole load of missteps in doing that because, and you know what the thing is? Yeah, only a few people that listen to music that are like that listen to music deeply, like me, will say, do you know what? Didn't like it, but I rate it though for him trying X, Y, and Z. What was that project that Heady One did? Project had he had a project with some Don. Can't remember what it was called. You might be able to find it. Yeah,
Fred.
And it was it with Fred?
Fred again. No?
I can't. No, it weren't with Fred
Project
again.
or tune?
There was a project. He was trying a thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't like it, but it made me rate him even more because I was like, you know what? Is it that?
Which one?
Musical Road? No, it weren't that. It definitely weren't Musical Road. What was that project? Go
I hear
back.
you though.
It made me, like, put it this way. It made me look at Heady and say, you know what? I really rate you though, because Heady comes from a certain place and he knows what works for him, but he stepped out of the comfort zone and he's musically tried something different. Still in the same pocket or flow, just production, I didn't really like it. Most people don't look at it like that. They'll just be like, oh, that's shit, I don't really like that. And they just move
but
on.
I'm
So
saying
with Sench, he's basically said, you know what? The typical thing to do when you have all of this gas is to go 100 steams ahead with trying to make this, like, inject it with all kinds of stuff to make this as big as possible. He's turned around and said, you know what? I ain't really going to do that. This works. So I'm going to do that. And also, even when I made this Doja Cat thing, I wasn't trying to make a hit like that. I just went in the studio, it's got a beat. And I
You
just,
talking about
The song.
yeah, the song.
the big one?
Yeah. I weren't going into the studio thinking I'm going to make a flipping worldwide stone cold smash hit. So you know what you're not, I'll tell you what you're not going to do. You're not going to, I'm not saying that she's saying this, by the way. I'm just saying. But what you're not going to do is make me feel like I have to make another one. Because I didn't try to make one before. I'm going to do it this way. And if it works, it works. And if it don't, it don't. And if it does work, when we get to the second album, we'll do the with steroids thing.
I don't think he misses.
I was gonna say, how big was he before he dropped his debut? Obviously, clearly
Big.
That's what I'm saying.
Massive.
So that was the stakes high
Massive.
based on the amount of money he was given or the demand from the crowd? Like at the end of the day, he's still doing his thing.
From a business perspective, like there would have been loads of excitement because they would have been thinking, oh, you've got all of this heat worldwide. We can give you this amount of money, and you, however much you sell, we'll get it back. But then they probably would have been excited at the fact that, bro, we didn't even spend that much. He just got tunes from his phone, so we didn't have to spend.
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot.
okay.
So they're all right with that anyway. And then I think from his own perspective and his team's perspective, it's like, boy, you know what? Like, the world is looking at you now. What are you going to do? Are you going to pander to the world? Or are you going to just try and create something that is authentic to who you are and how you do it? And I think he's done that. Can I just also say this? I could easily argue this the other way around. I'm just saying. I'm only doing this because...
Yeah.
He's his advocate.
Yeah.
I don't think he misses, personally. I don't think he can miss. I think with the recipe that he has, I don't think he can miss.
That's a good run, though.
I think I honestly think these 3 projects is a good bit of body of work. That I think this is something to be proud of. Honestly,
No doubt. I'm just saying, I'm sad to hear that he didn't try. This is him not trying. You know what I'm saying?
honestly,
Which is cold.
You're saying try.
So here's what I'm saying.
Can you try? Can you try?
But
Give me a step
no,
over.
but here's what I'm saying though.